Hello and welcome back. Today is all about the Atlas. Now, I have to admit, Atlas was a frame that I really didn't enjoy when I first started playing. Although, lately, I regret it. He is such a fun frame to play and he's got some great utility and just, well, to be honest, he's just a beast. Pretty tanky. Not too maneuverable, he's pretty slow, but you can work around that using his one ability. Anyway, for the build I am using, it is 4 Former. You probably get away with 2 Former, but I like removing the polarity from the aura slot so I can put anything in. At the moment I've got Stand United, and then just using Steel Fibre you can quite clearly see I've got 1174 armour. That's pretty darn tanky. You can take that out, put Physique on, increase the actual health, or you could put Corrosive Projection in, Stand United again, Infested Impedance, Pistol Amp, Rifle Amp, Shield Disruption, Steel Charge, which is also helpful, and it does also increase his one ability, and it also does increase your melee weapon, which your one ability takes quite a lot of standing and modding from. As for the rest of his abilities, like I said, you've got Landslide, which is one ability. It's basically a massive uppercut. Tectonics, is you can make a wall, and if you press it again you can throw that wall around, or if you've got the augment you can put 3 walls down. Petrified turns it into stone, and then you have the Rumblers. The Rumblers are subject to your power strength, which is quite amusing, because if you've got negative power strength they actually become quite small. You've also got an augment for it, which basically turns it into one big super beast. I'm not too keen on that for the fact that I like having 2 of them out, just for extra aggro. His one ability, as you can see here, you can chain together up to a 4 times combo multiplier, and it does help you get out of sticky situations in crowd control as you just purely slide through it. Now I've actually taken to using Atlas in spy missions, partly because the lasers, due to his passive, if you're in a bit of a rush and someone else has set the alarm off and you're having to jump through lasers and get knocked down, with Atlas just run through them. You'll still take damage obviously, but you won't get knocked down and you don't waste those precious seconds trying to get back up. Another reason I've taken to liking him in spy missions is silly reason really, because you could probably get through it a lot quicker without having to do this, but I just like turning the cameras into stone. It's a bit silly, it's a bit pointless, there's a quicker way around it, but still bit of fun. And another one is his walls. You can hide behind them and the cameras can't see you. Again, silly, completely pointless, but it amuses me, and what is playing a game without amusement, really? So, yeah, look, the camera just, yeah, can't see you. Quite fun. The main reason people would use his wall is to either generate choke points, or you can block off certain areas as a safe haven, as you can see here. Nice little safe spot. Come out, wreak a little bit of havoc, and then, oh no, I don't like this anymore. We can go back in and hide and be safe. Atlas is one of those frames where you can't really build around just like the one ability, like Ember with World and Fire, or Ash with Bladestorm. You kind of need to build for all of his abilities, and he can become a complete beast if you chain his abilities together. But the main one people like is the Rumblers. They are brutal, they are quite darn tanky, they do a fair amount of damage, and for me the main reason is that they generate a lot of aggro just to keep things off you. He says that as he receives survival, useful. But they can just generate a bit of aggro, keep things away from you. You can run around and just pick them off one at a time, whether you want to punch them in the head, shoot them, turn them to stone, whatever you like. The Rumblers have a ranged attack as well as melee attacks. They typically go for their ranged over their melee, but still. As for Atlas taking on high level content, you can. His main gift is the fact that his one ability will throw things around. That was level 145 Corrupted Heavy Gunner. This is another one. His wall can help support that. You can hide behind it and take your time and be a bit more tactical about it. Although he is tanky, as always, at this level, you are going to get completely fragged at some point. Like I said, you need to be able to use his abilities in conjunction with each other. You can't just expect one ability to do all the work. Normally I find with high priority targets, turning one into stone is useful, and if you are so inclined and you like scanning things, his All-Gaze organ is going to be absolutely great for you. It scans everything that is, well, that you haven't scanned before, and once you turn it to stone, will scan it and put it to your codex for you. So it's a very easy way to get your codex scans for those of you that can't actually be bothered to get your scanner out. I will admit, that's how I did it, running around trying to scan things, or even Helios, which I found to be quite sporadic. All-Gaze just seemed the perfect tool. Like I said, with high level content you are going to struggle with taking on those high level targets just because of where they are also very tanky. You're a tank, but they're a bit tankier. You can whittle their health down pretty effectively and pretty quickly with his one ability. And just demonstrating here the damage that the rumbles themselves will do. You can get them more damaging by increasing the power strength, as well as the augment for it, but that only generates one rumbler with increased stats. What I'm going to show here is 10 enemies at level 100. They're not particularly anything special. There's 2 Eximus units. Really, the rest are just sort of like your average lancers. There's a few butchers around. Just creating myself a little safe spot I can go back to if I end up in trouble. I am reusing rejuvenation as an aura on this one, just to try and help. Sentinel will come in with Medin Ray as always. The blast area, it's not actually blast damage, but the blast area of your landslide, it almost has like a compound AoE effect, so you can hit one target and it will affect the immediate proximity targets around it, which is useful. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm the best player, but as you can see, I am taking some hefty damage. So it is all about playing smart with Atlas, along with the fact that where he's quite slow, if you do get pinned, he is a bit of a nightmare to try and get out. But he is a very good frame, and if you are wanting to farm him, it is the Assassinate the Golem mission that you will have to do. You will need to do the prerequisite quest line to unlock the quest. However, farming him is pretty easy. There are always groups in the recruiting, or I'm pretty sure someone in your clan will help you out. Sadly though, for the amount of people I always see farming him, there's a distinct lack of people actually playing him in missions. But still, people like their frames. It might just be that some people are taking him for mastery. Anyway, that's me. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.